a lot of people, take it for granted. You get used to being next to the water, but some people have never even seen the ocean before, so it's amazing what we do have.
This whole area is called the Emerald Sea, and it's one of the top diving destinations in the world.
Cousteau was here in the early 80s, and he actually rated it really high. And even the wrecks that were sank off this coast has gave it a lot of attention worldwide as well. We've got so much different invertebrates here, even compared to the tropics. The amount of life here is uncomparable, really.
It's super cool that we will have things that are like brilliant pink and brilliant purple and be camouflaged because of it.
Because we have a beautiful waterfront community, it's bringing tourists here. The more tourists we have, the more disposables they have. And, hopefully we can educate people, not just in this community, but everywhere, to realize not to dump stuff because you're just killing the ocean and the community around it.
The water affects the land affects the water. And this is one very good example of how when you have population come into an area and you have activity around a harbor and in a marina, you end up having an effect on that environment.
When I first went down, I was really shocked actually. I was shocked at the point of the kind of things that I would see in the water shouldn't really be out here.
Anything that human beings make, you find down there. Watches and knives and plates. And
people just seem to don't have a care for it. They just think everything can be cleaned up in the ocean or something and they throw it overboard again.
I just feel really, really sad for all the things that live down there, all the creatures that don't understand how sort of horrible us humans are, and they're like, oh, this is someplace nice, like a crevice to make my home, and it's not nice. The fact that we wreck their environment.
I'll beat you off it. Yeah, there's one just over here.
this is a bit unique in doing a harbor cleanup because you can only see that far in front of your face most of the time. So you're just doing everything by feel, by braille, and go up and tie off a rope and have the crew on top, on the surface, pull it up for you.
You're always surprised by the amount of garbage still, even after the amount of cleanups we have done. You know, you'd think you'd be kind of putting more of a dent on it, but there's still stuff to be picked up down there.
You know, it really makes you feel good because, you know, it shouldn't be there in the first place, and it, you know, it hopefully will help things clean up itself underneath there. You hate to see everything that you pull up that's got sea life attached to it dying, but that's what happens. Otherwise, at the bottom, there's nothing really growing down there.
And this is only one little section. We could do this once a month, but certainly once a year, and getting the whole group together and everybody participating is really good.
You know, the past generation of us didn't have that environmental conscious. You know, they didn't know what was going on when they put stuff in the water. Now we're learning and sometimes suffering from things that have occurred in the past, but you know, it's nice to put a dent in it.
Bringing what is under the surface up to the surface and then showcasing it really points out just how much is under there and what we really need to do to make a change in our behaviors.
Those of us that actually get down there and get to see it, we understand what's there, but it's really great to see the support from the other people because they don't have the experience of personally seeing all that stuff, so they're partially helping to protect something that they don't get the same interactions with.
You know, there's a lot of talk about saving the old growth forests and trees and everything else, but the whole of our culture is getting around to thinking about that much more than we did 20 years ago. So for us, we can participate, we can clean it up, and it's a real feel-good thing.
All the activities we do are based around the water. If this harbor dies, so does this community. I mean, we do have a beautiful waterfront, so it's very important to keep it healthy.